Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Late Night Enforcers episode. Shit, I didn't look that up.
19.
So we're gonna call this one uh, Cool Yule. Yeah, that's not really fucking stupid sounding at all, but we're gonna go with that. So it's the Late Night Enforcers. With me, as always, is my good buddy Ryan and my good buddy Patrick, and they're down here somewhere. I don't. You could probably see them. I'm not even sure where they are. They might be over here. I might be down here. I don't know where I am right now.
Yay, new formatting.
Yeah, we're trying
Thanks,
something new. If you can't
thanks YouTube,
tell, yeah,
right?
since Google got rid of the Google Hangouts, it makes it very difficult for us to do this without going live,
The
and
Googles.
we're not really wanting to always be live. Sometimes we want to be recorded so that we could edit out when Ian has to poop.
Those are those are important and very lengthy breaks that we need to take.
Yeah,
Because he's old and geriatric, and it takes him a little while to handle his business. Nothing wrong with that. No judgment. It just that's the reality. That's how shit goes. I'm making the funny joke. um, so welcome everybody to what God, that's such a stupid fucking episode name.
we are
Um,
so dope and hype,
we are
yo.
so good at this. Fucking no, we're not. So if I'm thinking correctly, based on what I saw a second ago, Fiend should be over that way, and Hater should be down that way. I'm gonna look at this later, and I'm gonna be opposite directions. I can probably guarantee it. Um, so, yeah. I hope everybody's enjoying their December. We should be, I believe, what today's the 9th, December 9th.
Yeah,
Is that,
yeah.
um, I'm excited for next weekend, but that's a completely separate reason. Uh,
Yeah, Star Wars.
my birthday.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to
These
be
guys are
doing something?
great friends. Let me tell you.
are, are we supposed to be doing something? I've got my son for like a good majority.
I think we were, but no. Um, awkward drinking moment. Um, no, so that's what I'm excited for next week, and I'll be the big 3-1, so Ian can go ahead and feel older at this point. Um,
God
yeah, honestly, I feel ancient. My sister turned 25 this week, so that made me feel really old.
damn.
Yeah, um, everybody at this stage of our friends, people, our network, people that we know, or most of them are in that late 20s, 30s. Some people are 1,600 years old.
Shut up, Ryan.
But yeah, so I'm I'm enjoying myself. This week has been kind of long, but our third and gloriously recording compatriot, Mr. Patrick, Mr. Hater, how are you doing this evening? Good, good. Um, yeah, I know you recently, not to, and we can pause. We can actually edit this out if we need to, but we probably I know you got in a car wreck a little while ago, so I hope that the physical ailments are getting a little better there. Good. How's that new ride? I saw you post that on the Facebooks. How you liking that? Awesome. Did you get the dash cam installed? I can dig it. Did you get the dash cam installed? Yeah. I'm based on that video alone. 'Cause I've seen plenty of videos with dash cams, but based on that one alone, I'm actually looking at um, continuing. I'm looking at adding it into my car, just because you can't really go wrong with one. all it can do is benefit you both in an accident, you're pulled over by the police, to have your
I've
own record.
I've seen some really interesting videos recently on YouTube of insurance fraud attempts.
Yeah.
Yeah, where like guys are driving down the street and all of a sudden someone will just kind of step out into the street and they'll stop in time, but the guy will then run up and flop on the hood of the car and then like fall off like they just got hit or some bullshit.
Oh, you haven't heard of that before?
Well, no, no,
Uh,
no. I had never seen
Seen
it.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
The
got.
best one I saw. Sorry, man, I didn't mean to interrupt you. The
Nah,
best one
you're
I
good.
saw was when someone was trying to do the fuck. I knew the name of it at one point, where somebody gets in front of you and then they slam on their brakes. Not brake check,
Mhm.
because you don't intend on
That's what I
having
was
them
just gonna
hit you.
say.
But there was one where this lady, braked and like stopped all the way, and the guy stopped and didn't hit her, and she actually put it in reverse and backed into him.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard about some shit like that too, where there were actually crews in major urban areas, um, where only place you can park is on the side of the road. You're parallel parking everywhere. So what they would do is act like they are waiting to parallel park, like right in front of them, but that space would be open, and then somebody would pull up behind them, and they would look like they're on their phone, but what they're doing is they're really just like looking in their mirror. So they wait long enough for the person behind them to start checking their phone or not be looking, to be a distracted driver, and
Hmm.
they put that shit in reverse, hit the gas, and be like, "Yo, hey, he hit me. He was on his freaking phone, not paying attention to what he was doing. Like, pay me money. My neck hurts.
Yeah.
My back."
My
I'm not
pussy
gonna.
and my
I'm
crack.
not. Oh, I was like, I'm not gonna sing the rest of that song.
Woo! My
We are
bad.
creepy.
I'm trying to find pictures of the
Oh,
car. I didn't see it, man. I'm sorry. I'm trying to.
it's a red CX-5. It is
Just saw it
outstanding.
just as you said it too. That is sick, man.
Isn't it clean? I'm not a hatchback guy myself, but I like them.
That's an
Is
SUV.
it?
That's like when people were looking at my new car and they were like, "Look at your minivan." It's like it's not a fucking minivan. It's a hatchback.
Yeah, I don't know. Like with the crossover hatchback SUV weirdness, I see CX-5s as more like crossover hatchback style versus an SUV mostly. And this isn't Mazda's fault. It's the fault. Honestly, I think it's like Ford's fault, right? Ford and Chevy's fault, because the Explorer is now the size of what used to be an Expedition. They're fucking massive.
Yeah.
Uh, and that's it's just stupid. So, but yeah, I stick with my four-door sedans, my two-door sports cars, and my truck. I don't do that crossover SUV bullshit. I'll let drive a van or any of that nonsense. My next vehicle will be a truck. At this point, I've gone from truck to sports car to
Sports car.
it's not a sports car. We'll call it a sports sedan because it's four-door. You can't call it a sports car.
Oh well.
Can't call it a sports car if it's got four doors. So sports sedanish, but
Cop car.
yeah, it is a cop.
It is a cop car.
It is. I do need to get that shit tinted. But enough about our fucking personal lives, right? Um, so Ian with the half face on the fucking camera. God, you're creepy.
I'm sorry.
Um, uh,
Ladies like
let's
it when I do this.
let's do it kind of weird tonight if everybody's okay with it. Patrick, what are you drinking? No, no. What was it? Vodka and lime juice? Yeah.
It was a spritz.
I was rewatching episode 18, as I was putting it on our SoundCloud page, and making sure everything was processing fine and it played smoothly, all that stuff. And the first 10 minutes is you guys being stupid, of course, which is it's hilarious. I was sitting in my work computer almost falling out of my chair laughing. While I was back thinking about that episode, I was trying to get back to the house so I could get involved. And you guys were talking about you were drinking. It was like, some vodka and some lime juice. Yeah, that's about it. That's all I got. I did like
That's-
3 drops of lime juice. I did some vodka. We're good. This is how we do this.
So we do a fingernail of lime juice, and then it's just as absolute.
So I'll go second. We'll let Ian go last this time. We'll save um, the weird beer for last. Um, so I've actually drank this before on our podcast, and if you're an avid and consistent listener and viewer, comment below on what episode I drank it in, because we don't even remember. Like, we have no idea.
We
I
drank
just
and
still
slept since then.
still have plenty of this crap left. It is Tatoosh. So hold it so you can reads the Tatoosh. I enjoy this bourbon. It's most of the other whiskeys I got from that 6-month stint were ryes. A lot of them were ryes. This is the one of the only bourbons that I got. I think we got like 2, and it's got a significant bite to it, as I remembered when I took my first drink tonight. Luckily, that's not on camera. Yay! But I really enjoy this one. If I can find this locally, I definitely will. So if anybody's in the DFW Metroplex area and you happen to know where you can find that, let me know. I'll do some Google searching later, but feel free to drop that down below as well. So, what do you got, freaking fiend? What weird beer do you have? Is it still pumpkin? You still drinking pumpkin beer?
I still have plenty of pumpkin beer, but I'm not drinking pumpkin beer tonight. I've been drinking a lot this week because the Stars were in town and my brother has season tickets, so I usually go with him to the weekday games, and his wife goes to the weekend ones. So I've been drinking a lot of really shitty fucking beer. So tonight I'm kind of recouping with a slightly delicious beer, not something overly heavy. I'm actually drinking Magic Hat's Number 9. I have to read the front of the bottle to be able to tell what it was. What was it? It's a not quite a pale ale. It's a 5.1. It's delicious. I had a buddy of mine throw a Halloween party, and the guy that actually introduced me to craft beer, and he bought a shit ton of beer. Not too long ago, I was over at his house, and he was like, "All right, well, when you leave, you're taking all the beer that didn't get drank because he can't drink beer anymore." I don't know what the hell the condition is, but every time he has any beer now, he ends up with bubble gut, which is usually a
Ooh.
symptom that happens when you drink the sediment at the bottom of a bottle that basically ferments in bottle type thing. It's all right. I mean, it's an easy drinking beer, which is what I need, like, because I'm stupid ass tired right now for some dumbass reason, and
It's probably the change in your schedule. I mean, going from the late shift last week to not the late shift this week, that'll do it to you. That's one thing that I was so glad about when I got off of rotating shifts, and then got put back on them because, well, but I don't even know why we're
I'm
not on them
yeah,
anymore.
I was about to say. So this has been your
I'm fine
Ryan's
now.
credit card minute.
Thank goodness I'm
Thanks for joining
back
us
where
in
I'm
this
back
section
at.
of the
I don't have to
podcast.
do that.
We're
This
now
might
actually-
edit it out.
We're
Yeah.
we're now going to switch over to something
Sometimes
more
I miss it, man.
interesting.
Sometimes I miss working with you crazy fucks. You basket
Like
of what fucking video games we like to play right now,
Basket of deplorables. Wow. So
or what anything else you guys want to talk about.
I'm just all kinds of fucking
we
Speaking
wanna
of quiet,
aren't I?
the game awards
so, yeah.
or
I didn't honestly,
so
dude.
that's the
I
outdoor
haven't been
portion.
staying up at all, and I haven't been paying attention. I missed them completely. So anything you tell me is going to be new to me.
okay.
I'm a bad nerd.
There's Mortal Kombat, or not Mortal Kombat. Oh shit, that one almost had company. Marvel vs. Capcom 4 is going to come out. It's
I did
think
hear
it's
about that.
It's Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite or some shit like that.
Yeah, because they're bringing in Infinity Stones.
Yeah, and it's gonna be multi-platform, so we'll be able to play it on the Xbox, which I'm excited about. Hopefully, they'll go back and make Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and 3 backwards compatible. That
Nope.
would be fucking stupid.
already. Sorry. I did read up on this part because we talked about it in our Killer Instinct stream last week. That they're not going to do Ultimate MVC3 on Xbox as backwards compatible. They're only doing it on PlayStation and PC.
You know what, Capcom?
Capcom could go fucking suck a
Go
dick.
go suck the biggest of dicks.
They probably. I
mean,
mean, they're choking on Sony's. They might not be able to fit anymore.
well, I don't know if you could technically say they're choking on it because their throat's not finished.
Apparently, but hey, I mean, I'll get 4 or Infinite, to be honest, just because I haven't played it in so long, and I would like to get off of a fighting game that's Killer Instinct. And I know that our crew is going to be all down about it. Freaking Hanzo's going to be about it because, sadly enough, his audio didn't record. He is done with Killer Instinct with that fucking shit.
Yeah, until they balance that fucking guy that does the teleport punches. That shit was stupid.
It was hilarious.
It was hilarious for everybody else, but I was the one receiving the teleported punches. So it was not entertaining for me in the slightest bit. I need to not put my foot on that. I'm shaking the camera. Let's see. So what else is out there? So I'm going to be honest with you. Sony has recently announced some stuff, or has within the past, let's say 3-4 months, they've shown off some stuff that's making me consider a PlayStation 4 purchase. Death Stranding, the Kojima game that's in the works, that looks really fucking weird. And weird is right up my fucking alley. If you haven't seen both the trailers yet, I suggest watch them both separately and then look up the side-by-side comparison, because apparently if you time up the trailers just right and watch them side by side, there's actually kind of like a cohesive little story kind of sort of going between those two. So, and it's stupid weird and it's Kojima, so I'm going to give it a shot. There was something else that was announced. Oh, The Last of Us Part 2, which there's the other thing is I'm probably going to have to buy a PlayStation 4 if I want to stream playing The Last of Us, since we recently found out on Wednesday that the PlayStation 3 has a strange encryption that does not allow me to use my Elgato. So I've got a stack of fucking games that I've been buying over the past, like, let's just say year, to
stream,
and just to find out. And to be honest with you, when you sent me that link that showed me the information that the PlayStation 3 does a weird kind of encryption thing, it like a light bulb went off. It was like, I remember hearing this. God damn it, you know? So
so I'm sure if we dug a little bit deeper into the streaming community, we'd be able to find one. But right now, the only way that people are streaming with PS3s are not with the Elgato HD60s, right?
Which is what we have.
Right. I think it's just with the Elgato HD, the one that came out before the 60, because that came with a specific, I sent you that link to that article first. That comes with a specific cable for the PS3, which I believe takes care of the encryption problem. And it's only the PS3 broadcasts their HDMI signal in HDCP, and the HD60 isn't able to break it down and capture it and broadcast it out.
That's a good question. I
guess it's possible.
I know that I also found out that the TV down in my streaming area, it's an HDMI TV. Apparently, it's so old that the PlayStation, that the encryption that the PlayStation 3 uses is not compatible with that fucking TV. So any fucking like PlayStation 3 games I want to play, I have to take into my bedroom and play on my other TV. So
Wow.
that's
the PlayStation 3.
fine. What the fuck
Well,
ever.
the
So
PlayStation 3
here shortly, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna
there,
marathon
that
the
was
Uncharted series that's available on the
worth a
PlayStation 3 because
shit.
I've got it.
Um,
I'm probably gonna play Metal Gear
although,
Solid 4 by myself. Thinking back on
um,
everything that is
Should do it
out,
old school
that
and
would
just
cause me to
set up
buy
a
a
camera on
PlayStation
the
3. There's,
tripod.
you know,
Set up
just
fucking
I
two
want to play
head-
The Last Guardian.
Get
I really
get
do.
two cameras.
I've
get
actually
two
been
tripods. Put
avoiding
one up right
looking
behind
at
you
people
that's
playing
zoomed right
the
in on the
game
TV. Put a mic on
because
it.
of
Get
that.
the other one set up for your face, and just fucking go.
That's
All right, hold on. I
That's
gotta
pretty much
go.
it, other
We're gonna
than
edit this out, but
getting
I gotta
their
go
VR
help
headset,
get to
since
bed,
that's
and then I'll be right back.
pretty much the most affordable way to go for someone like me that's been a console gamer for so long. Because if I wanted to do Oculus or Vive, I would have to upgrade the fuck out of that computer that, I'm sorry, is still living in your closet. I will get a fucking power supply probably after Christmas, just because that's where my money's all tied up in right now. So really, the only other thing that I found interesting that I saw on the Game Awards was more footage of Mass Effect Andromeda. Now, I don't know if you've played the Mass Effect games, but I absolutely fucking love those games. Yeah, no, I can understand that. It for me, it was one of these things where, like, 2 and 3 I bought day one. So it was kind of one of those things where I was past that point. Like I had 3 in my house before I started hearing that the ending is not what you expect it to be. So it's just like, well, fuck it. I'll just play through it and see what happens. It's like it may not be the ending that I really wanted, but I guess I'm too apologetic because I could look at it and be like, well, there's only so much you could do. You know, they wanted the story to end a specific way. The only thing that it's kind of like playing a Telltale game where your choices change things inside these constructs. The beginning of the game and the end of the game are outside of those constructs. So everything else inside, yes, your choices changed your experience, but point A and point B were locked down as to these are what they're going to be. I mean, yeah, okay, so point B in this one was technically 4 different outcomes, but that's because at the end of the game, spoiler alert, you had 4 different ways you could walk on a path depending on certain things that you had unlocked or not unlocked, or it's a long story until you like really I, mhm. Yeah. Well, I could see that, but then I mean, really, if you take it, if well, there was that, and then there was just like Instagram filters on the same fucking footage from every single ending, and then of course you had the crew of the Normandy. The Normandy had crashed on some planet, and they're just like, "Well, here we are," and you saw all the mass relays blow up. God, I hope you guys all heard that spoiler alert before I started talking about all that shit. Well, true. I mean, what, the third game is 4 years old? They're still really good games. Now, if your whole hang up is just the ending, it's not. That's not fair because the story that's told from beginning to end is interesting. I really enjoyed it. Like, I haven't marathoned a game as much as I did because when 3 came out, I sat down and I played it, and I played it like I would play it. You know, like I did Paragon when I felt Paragon was needed. I did Renegade when Renegade was needed, in my opinion. And then right after I finished 3, I was like, okay, cool. I popped in 1 and started a full-on Renegade run through, except for certain key decisions, because fuck that one bitch in the second game. There was this God, what was she? Sorry, I think. And she was like a super powered biotic, and if you let her kill the other chick and then attempted to romance her, it would actually end the game because she would kill you because she was basically an Asari vampire, for lack of a better term.
You
A
can't
life.
woo me. Fuck you.
Oh my God, that scared the shit out of me. I didn't even know you were back. Ooh. No, I mean, she didn't kill you like that. She killed you because, like, she sucked your. Why is your camera not updating? All I'm seeing is an empty.
It should.
No, well,
It's
fuck it.
his end is the only end that matters at this point. No homo.
Yeah, no, that's completely true. Um, so that's pretty much everything that really came out of this weekend that I myself was interested in, and apparently I'm the only one that kept up with it. And I know a bunch of Sony fanboys that we know are probably going to reach out to me and be like, "Oh, you kept up with the Sony experience." I didn't watch it. I scrolled. Fuck no.
No? Why would we?
I've got this
And
thing.
fuck Nintendo.
I've
Fuck
got this.
Nintendo.
I've got this thing. It's an NES Classic with NES Current. Well, not any. Well, I mean it's
No,
Nintendo.
it's I've got respect for Nintendo for how I grew up. I mean, grew up with a Game Boy, grew up with an NES, grew up with an SNES. I had those systems, and now there are much better systems than those. And the Wii, honestly, I see the Wii as a game for Smash Brothers. That's it.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing in their catalog that I see as fun to play. And granted, I've never played a Zelda game, ever,
Oh, they're fun.
ever. I've heard they're great. They're probably just great, like the old Final Fantasy games. So I might borrow our friend Fungosity, Patrick McHugh. I might borrow his some of his Nintendo stuff and play through some Zelda a little bit, but that's it. I mean, I'm not going to go buy a system unless I can find this one on the cheap, just because it's not in my wheelhouse that I normally play. So
So I have it, but it's
you kind of have it.
yeah. So I bought it for me as a Christmas gift from my son, and that probably sounds just as dumb as my son's facial reaction when I told him that's what was going on.
You
Because I
shouldn't have
looked at him.
told him that.
No, well, he needed to know what he was getting me. Is my whole thought process. It's like it's not fair for me on Christmas morning to be like, look what you got me, and he's like, what the fuck? For one, who said fuck around you other than me once? Yeah, I did say that once to him. Yeah, I did. We're talking about Spider-Man, and I said fuck. I really hope his mom is not watching this. It was a mistake. Nah, it's all right. I've watched her and her husband drink in front of him.
Just words, bro. Just words.
But what was I saying? Oh, so I showed him what he was getting me, and I explained to him, hey, look, the situation that I'm in, there's nobody here that would take you to a store for you to pick something. So I went ahead and just picked something and took care of it. He's like, okay, well, I mean, that makes sense. I was like, damn right that makes sense, because I'm the dad and I am all knowing. So after Christmas, I will start playing it, but I'm really, really excited. I know that David Fry, one of the members of the group, he picked it up, and I think it was on launch night. Actually, started shooting me some messages, telling me how much he absolutely loves it, and I was just like, "Oh, I gotta check this out." But then, of course, me being the collector completionist type person that I am, I asked him, "Did you get the Kingsglaive movie, which is a feature-length movie that they did that's like a prequel to it?" Well, when I bought 15, they were selling the Blu-ray for that on sale to people that bought 15 for like $10. So I was like, okay, I'll take that too.
I've been thinking about getting Kingsglaive just because it looked really good, but I've kind of been on the fence. Maybe waiting to see if it drops in price on like Amazon Prime or something.
I tell you what, on a side note, I'll give you my Voodoo login because it's going to have a digital copy for that. If you want to peep it there.
Hey, I think I got the Voodoo app on my big ass smart TV in there.
Woo.
Oh,
I'll give you all that info. You'll have Suicide Squad here in a couple of days. Of course, I think you already got that.
I've already got that on Prime now.
And you got Killing Joke. Well, I mean, we got too many similar likes. I don't think there'd be anything
Yeah.
on my Voodoo account that you don't already have,
Yeah.
except for maybe the entirety of the Hunger Games.
Probably. Yeah.
I'm that guy.
Yeah. Homo. That's what you are.
You didn't complain last night when I was sticking it in your ass.
Well, I mean that was a different situation, completely different situation.
Yeah.
So
I had bought you a lobster dinner, so you had to put
see,
out.
see, there was an exchange of services. Therefore, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I nutted on your back, and we were good. Well, the cameraman never gets like a full, main course.
Dinner,
You only get the appetizer and the salad, and then
you've got to suffer. We did give you extra croutons so that you had some carb energy to sit there and hold that camera stationary.
Yeah.
POV style.
But who's gonna get the sweet ass angle? You know what? I'm gonna stop this here because I could get into it and it'll just get really, really gross, really, really dark.
I'm so glad that I'm editing this.
So,
anyway,
do we want to talk about?
What games are you playing right now?
How about you talk, or Patrick? Because I rambled on through the whole
Break time?
Game Awards and
okay.
Sony Experience. So you go ahead and talk. Besides, my nose is running, and I want to pull my snot rag out and jam it up my nose while I'm not looking at the camera.
Man, cocaine! I tell you what. So I've actually, muting, awesome.
That was intentional, asshole.
I know it. So lately, I've kind of stayed. This past week, actually, I haven't gamed at all. Last week, what was it? Monday, Fiend and I started on Gears of War 4 for me. He's already played through it. So we played through that for a little while. Really enjoying that so far. Kind of getting back into that whole cover shooter theme, and especially getting back into the Gears mechanics, which are different. But visually, it's great. Story-wise, it's great. Enjoying it so far. We'll see how much I continue to like it as it progresses and as we get into some of the multiplayer stuff. I did install because Black Friday happened and I was working at home and I happened to I caught a deal for Gears, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and Doom, all for under $80. And I think there was a $5 gift card credit on my account because I won a $10 credit from TML Chevy, the dude who's in our Late Night Enforcers group, big Destiny player, streams a lot of Destiny, does a lot of PvP primarily. But I remember we were all playing one night and he was like, we were raiding. He was streaming that. And I don't know. I won some raffle that he did for $10. I've known the guy since freaking 7th grade, 8th grade. But so it ended up being $75, I think, for all 3 games. And so I've got all of them installed now. I was not aware that Doom required a 25 gigabyte update patch upon install. So the night that we first tested out streaming on the Late Night Enforcers Facebook page, shameless plug.
There's all sorts of shame all up in that plug.
We should just call this the Shame Night Enforcers is what we should call it. No? That was bad.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, it goes perfectly with my life. We should just let's do that.
Let's do that. We're gonna change the name. Breaking news. No, not happening. But we tested out streaming that on the Facebook, and I was supposed to play it with him, and I couldn't. So, yeah. On the upside, I figured out that I can stream that to Facebook while watching Fiend stream it on Twitch on my Xbox and download the something like a full game essentially at the same time. So, yay, internets.
It's what makes
Um,
porn available.
but I haven't actually played Doom yet. Um, but yeah, I did play Xenoverse a little bit over the weekend, and not too many differences of what I've noticed between Xenoverse and Xenoverse 2. Um, I heard people say that it was just a slight color palette change and some slight graphic updates. Um, the interface is a little bit different. You can import your stuff from Xenoverse into Xenoverse 2. So no major difference there, but you can keep that character and bring them in if you would like. Let's see. The social area is bigger. It's a giant city versus just like 3 main areas. Eventually you can fly around, but you have to get a flying license, which I have a personal problem with. But
Yeah, because you're a Marine, not a Air Force.
that was just bad. But
Look, dude. I've been drinking, and I cannot be held accountable. Accountable for shit that comes out of my mouth.
um, but but yeah. So while I think that is stupid, the storyline is essentially the same, right? I mean, you start off in training. You see a lot of characters that you wouldn't normally see, like Elder Kai, right, from the Boo series in Dragon Ball, where you don't normally see him till like later on in the game. You wouldn't think based on timelines, but he's right there in the beginning. He's the one that starts you off in training. I think they add in a lot of the super stuff. So Beerus is gonna be there. Golden Freeze is gonna end up being in it. I think Bardock shows up from the Bardock movie. So I haven't really played too much into it, but it's been fun so far. Let's see, what else have I done? I played like 20 minutes of Destiny today just to see if anything had changed yet, but I did notice that they had it like broadcasted when you're looking at the game in your hub on Xbox that they have an update coming on Tuesday for, I think it's called the Dawning or something. I don't know. I don't even know what it is.
The Age of Aquarius. No, it's
Probably.
So
I haven't
what?
even.
I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to like
No, go.
stumble you there.
I don't know what it is, and I'm the Destiny
This
guy, so.
this was talked about during the PlayStation Experience, where it's going to be this year's Christmas event.
Uh,
Yeah. You want me to give you the lowdown on it?
no.
No. Come on, man. I got my pitch already.
Right.
You ready? Okay.
Sell
hang
it
on.
to me. Sell it to me.
Hang on. Let me get into character. Fuck people and their money. Fuck people and their money. Did you like sparrow racing? Fuck yeah, you did. Well, guess what? It's back. And fuck you if you don't like it, because you're a fucking pussy. Sparrow racing, it's in your face. It's during Christmas. Sparrow racing. Fuck yeah.
And scene.
Yep, that's pretty much all it is. Just more.
I did kind of hear that Sparrow Racing was going to come back before the end of the year, and there was some stuff on the app today, I guess, that said there's going to be a new strike that is some sort of high elite strike because they don't have time to do another raid before Destiny 2 comes out. But the crew doesn't even play anymore, from what I can tell. If I want to do this raid, I'm going to have to do it with randos that are still doing it. So
welcome to my world when I got into Destiny and didn't have anybody in. Fuck.
My problem at this point is that I waited too long to do the raid, but my counter to that is that I have, this thing called a life that doesn't revolve around coming home, turning my Xbox on, and playing Destiny until 10:30, 11:30 at night, or even till 2 in the morning.
I might not be playing Destiny, but kind of fuck you a little bit. Jesus.
Well, I have, a kid and a wife and all. I have a home life, so I can't just come home and ignore them and start playing video games and never see them. So
yeah, I mean, that's what I do.
I mean,
well, granted, I mean that's my ex-wife, and then,
Be nice to Fiend. Be nice to Fiend. Be nice to Fiend.
Be nice to Fiend. That's hilarious.
He's fucking leaving that open for me right now, seeing if I'll take it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do
if he
it.
takes the bait, brother. Let's just place it out there and see if he bites. Yeah.
Bait troll like a motherfucker. But as much as I brought it up, I've actually talked to the guys too, because I jumped on like 3 weeks ago and I gave them shit for it, and they were like, "Well, I mean, we're doing like 3 characters, man. We're always doing it." Yeah, but by the time I get on, you're halfway through the fucking raid. I mean, you don't fucking text me beforehand, so it's whatever. At this point, the game's finished. It's just maintenance for people who are those completionists that have to get to 400 on every character. I don't care about doing it on 3 characters. I'm probably going to try and get my main hunter to it, just because I got some sentimental feeling for that main hunter. It was the original character.
Even though none of these people are going to carry over to Destiny.
Yeah, but it's a personal thing about just saying, yeah, I did it.
More money.
Yeah, I did it. But
Schwartz be with you.
Who knows, dude? If you find Rise of Iron for like $10 on Amazon, you can get it. We can play through it one day for nostalgia's sake, so you can troll all over it. That face.
It's not fucking happening.
Not even if it was free.
Not even if somebody bought it for me. I quite literally, I don't think I'd ever accept the code, to be honest with you. I mean, keep in mind, I'm the guy that bought Destiny day one, also bought the Division day one, and once I got into the Division and like realized it is Destiny again. I mean, granted, okay, that's fine. Companies were trying something new with that kind of game. That's totally cool, and maybe I could have gotten into the Division, but I didn't even finish the single player the story bits of the Division, because I burned out on the, yes, you did kill the leader of this faction, but that didn't do anything. That faction's still around. But you could go kill him again if you really, really want to. He might drop better gear. It's like, what the fuck? I'm killing his ghost? Is this what you're telling me?
Apparently, now that you bring the Division up, I've been thinking about it too. They had a massive patch that wasn't their content DLC, and it's like a whole new game.
Yeah,
is what I've heard.
I've been wanting to jump in and kind of check it out, but it's also one of these things where it's like I'd like to jump into it and check it out with you, but I'm so under-leveled from you that it's not fun when we play together. Like Destiny at least gives me something to where I have a way that I feel like I'm contributing. The Division, no. Everybody scales up to you so high. It would be better if it was my game, if they didn't scale at all.
You mean if it was like Diablo?
Yeah, and I could just hang out and run around and shoot shit, and then
like if you
every
could
time
set
I'm
the
like,
scaling.
I'm in trouble, all of a sudden you just see a sniper shot come across the screen, and all of a sudden that guy's dead because Ryan's over there uber powered and shit.
And being like pew pew from the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, that's all I've really played. I do want to start going through Doom at some point. I may stream it because I don't have anything really to stream right now. I do need to finish Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Jesus Christ, are you serious? That game's been out for a year now. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. I keep putting it off because I'm playing other stuff. And honestly, I put off so much stuff because of Destiny, because I was playing with those guys consistently. That's why. But now that nobody's playing anymore, not even freaking the Super Barley Brothers aren't even playing anymore. So, yeah. I can guarantee you that they're probably going to jump in during the Dawning and do Sparrow Racing because they haven't ever experienced that. But they're not even playing Destiny anymore, so I'm not even playing with them. Yeah. But that's it. I have finally seen Suicide Squad.
You didn't get out to the theater? Oh, that's right. No, I remember you talking about this. You didn't see the original cut, so you couldn't tell how much more Joker there was. And that's I would like to I want to put that on the back burner, if you don't mind. Because I'm about to get Suicide Squad, and maybe Patrick, I run out to your house one weekend and we watch it, and then we do one where we specifically talk about like the two comic book movie universes. Please, God, Patrick, tell me you've been keeping up with those movies.
Yes. Yeah, I have.
Okay, good. Good. Have you seen Suicide Squad?
Of course I have.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's do a separate one where maybe one of our live podcasts where we talk specifically about the two movie universes and which one we think is better or which one we think is worse or potential and all that shit. So look forward to that, and we'll have codes for Gears of War stuff to give away. Yeah.
Yep. And Ian and I will probably scream at each other.
There's a blatant shameless plug because that wasn't even prepared. That just rolled off my tongue.
Yep. Improv. It's how we do this shit. But yeah, I finally seen Suicide Squad. I haven't seen Doctor Strange yet, so shut your face.
Same here.
The Spider-Man Homecoming trailer dropped today. I thought that was looking cool as fuck.
Yeah, it was.
We'll see how that turns out. But trying to think if there's any additional movies. Assassin's Creed fucking comes out on the 21st. I've got
fucking
the day off
Star
of work.
Wars Rogue One comes out on the 16th.
I don't-
BC, bitch.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about Star Wars Rogue One.
Aww.
Don't care. I mean, it looks like it'll be a good movie.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong. But I'm not fanboy about it like I am Assassin's Creed for a movie.
Mhm.
So.
I'm sorry.
Which one has a better chance of being a good movie, though?
That's Star Wars.
Game to movie never
Video
goes well.
Okay, no. I understand the game to movie stigma. I do. Because it's true. More often than not, video games that get transferred into a movie don't work out. Right?
Here we go.
They just
Here's
don't.
a little test for you. Name 2 video game movies that worked out.
That worked out? I mean, I honestly will tell you that I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not, but that doesn't mean that this one doesn't have the potential to be a good movie. And here's the reason why I say this. Most video game to movies are direct ports, right? They take the story of the game, they put it into the movie. There you go. It's like, hey, if you played the game, you know how the movie's going to go. You have expectations on timelines. You have expectations on boss fights. You've got expectations on storyline, everything, right? For this movie, they decided on a period of time and a story that they have never done. They didn't do the Crusades with Altair. They didn't do any part of the Ezio series at all. They're doing the fucking Spanish Inquisition.
So, allow me to jump in here and naysay for just a brief second.
Shocker.
Their animus is completely fucking different from the one in the games, though.
It is. It is. And the animus has changed throughout the series itself.
Yeah, but you haven't seen it in the last 2 games, Black Flag and Syndicate, right? Yeah. Oh,
Well,
Unity. I don't think you even saw the animus there. Or if
well,
you
no,
did, it was
because you're no longer getting put into it, right? They've extracted all of these memories from dead Desmond, and they're playing them through like they're creating a video game. So they're just opening files and playing them through that way.
But what? Okay.
But yeah, I
a larger chance of screwing up. I mean,
I
there's a much more complex storyline versus, let's say, Doom.
Oh, that movie. Well, but see, okay, so here's the thing: is like I do have to kind of agree with Ryan there, since the past storyline is disconnected from any of the other games. There's so much potential to just do whatever the fuck they want, and it doesn't impact anything in any way, shape, or form. My concern is that the current day stuff is what fucks with shit.
No, and what they've done is they've taken the template, right? the template of Assassin's Creed is what? It's Abstergo as a company grabs some dude and they fucking farm through his DNA memories to find a piece of Eden somewhere so they can go grab it, right?
Mhm.
That's the template. How the Animus looks, how it functions, what period of time they go to, the storyline in that period of time, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they do in this movie as long as it's not a direct recreation of a prior game. They could have picked whatever. I'm glad that they're not doing a Desmond Miles as the main character, right?
Mhm.
It's interesting that they use Fassbender because he looks kind of like him, but I mean, they could have gone a number of different ways with the actor. So, but I have high hopes for it. They could severely fuck it up, but that's going to be based on the action. That's not going to be based on the story.
Here's the other thing, and then we can either
Move on. We
put
move on.
this on the side for another time after the movie comes out. But in the past games, or at least in the ones that had Desmond as the future character, the past character never looked like Desmond.
They did.
Uh,
Hard to tell for the first Assassin's Creed, right? Because Altair's hood is always up in every image. It's never down. The hood didn't start going down until 2. Because in 2 is when you meet Ezio, and if you actually look at Ezio when you shorten his hair to like a buzz cut, he looks very similar to Desmond. Now he stops looking like him by the time Revelations comes out because he's fucking 50, 60 years old, right? He's an aged version of Desmond. But the general facial structures, like the nose is almost identical, general facial structure is similar and the same. And they're not going to look the exact same either. They're supposed to look similar. Because you got to think there's hundreds of years between the time frame of when these people lived and Desmond being alive.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess in all fairness, I never took the time to really sit down and look at the games enough to be able to say, okay, that guy looks right. Or
the one that they fucked up on was Subject 16, which was in Revelations. Because the Animus is rebooting, Desmond's fucking lost inside the Animus. He runs into Subject 16, whose consciousness is in there, and that dude looks exactly like fucking Altair's kid. Like, they just copied that model. And that's when fucking Ubisoft started getting lazy with shit. So, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
So,
all right.
But,
So, have you been playing anything else?
no, not really. Nope. I haven't really been gaming too much as of late. But I'm definitely gonna, after we're done tonight, I'm gonna fucking game. I'm gonna throw something in.
I'm gonna warn you because I'm gonna be suggestive later because of all the beer. I have to shower after this is done. I'm just telling you. My pits smell like a hot garbage can and a summer day here.
I'm still gonna play video games.
I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying, don't tell me, let's play some Doom, because I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna go cleanse my filthy body. And I know, all of the ladies.
Are barfing in their barf bags.
Yeah, probably.
Time to play some Doom.
Yeah, right. Nothing like revealing some stress by playing some Doom.
What have you been up to over the last like month, Patrick, since we've casted?
Well, basically not much. Is because basically the accident happened when we did that whole charity streaming thing, which was awesome and fun. And since then, I've just been playing a game here and there. But if something just irritates me, I just walk away. So I played Redout, I think, all of maybe 30 minutes since in the past month. So
since the stream?
Yeah, since the stream, yeah. Cluster Truck, I think, was only like another 15, 20 minutes. I just, when you're on medications and painkillers, yeah, being irritated is just not something that works well. So. But it works. It's all good now. Interesting thing is now it's showing the mic is picking up. So You might have an interesting slicing and dicing of the video.
Oh,
Yeah, that'll be
yeah.
fun.
Yep. It might be like a large chunk of it. You don't hear me. So, but things we
Well, you haven't
learn.
been talking a whole bunch, so
The things we learn.
yay!
Yeah.
Yep, the things we learned. This was
Uh,
a test, ladies and gentlemen, and then
Yeah.
eventually, what you'll see us do is, while we may record this formatting, we could also get crazy fancy, right, and broadcast it live to the Facebooks, and then
Oh.
just not keep that video, and then let you see the edited copies later.
I thought we were going to talk about editing things in because I was going to request a unicorn.
That's definitely possible. Won't be
like
able to do that live, but
No, that's fine. We could just put it
we
in.
can work on that in post.
Afterthought. Yes.
You,
We
you
can
would
work on that
be.
post.
I think we can come up with some fun things to do even live.
Well,
Highly
that's
possible.
that's why we have you around, Patrick, because you seem to know how to use this shit a lot better than we do.
It's funny. Earlier, when I said, "What is this, amateur hour?" Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But we're learning. So, and a lot of that is due to the fact that when your environment changes, you're forced to adapt, right?
Yep.
Google said, "Fuck you! You can't do this shit unless you're going to be live streaming anymore. You can't record your podcast and shit now. So figure your shit out yourself."
Yep.
So we're figuring our shit out for ourselves. But definitely make sure you drop over to the Facebooks. We'll put the link somewhere, definitely down in the description. I mean, it's always going to be there now that we've got our live public Facebook page. We're posting memes. We're editing up, doing little snippets of stuff that we stream. Obviously, all the archive video is going to be here on the YouTube channel. That's the primary platform. But yeah.
Or there on the
we
YouTube
just need a
channel,
video right
depending
now
on-
to pop up of Fiend dancing.
God damn it! I still have that GIF. I should probably send that to you guys. Well, no, I think I sent it to you guys. And somebody sent me like during that night. I had a bunch of people watching. Oh God!
Somebody boomerang it. Did somebody turn it into a boomerang
GIF?
GIF?
It's like me doing this and then a little bit of something else.
Looks
and
like
then,
a belly dancer.
yeah, it does.
It was fun.
It's
Yep.
not.
Luckily, I have access to all that content that's just hanging out on the YouTube channel. So I'm gonna, I'll have. Don't worry, we'll work something out, ladies and gentlemen. We'll work something out because if you missed that part of the extra live stream, you missed some good stuff. I legitimately watched some of it on my drive down to my cruise, and almost threw up in the car. So.
Oh my God, you're an asshole! You are such a fucking asshole.
So yeah, hey, real quick, because I know I did share this on the Facebook page. Did you guys actually read that Spawn article?
Oh no, I did not. What's going on?
The writing has commenced, and Mr. McFarlane, long may he live, is currently working on his sales pitch to get the budget approved for an R-rated new Spawn film.
That's right. I did hear
and it's supposed to be R-rated as such, where he is going for the horror movie crowd versus the superhero movie crowd.
Nice.
That's what it should be.
Agreed. He's looking for a $10 million budget. That's it. No, he just wants to make a movie, go scare some people. Let it run. The thing is he has to direct it. It's non-negotiable. He's not going to let a giant studio go in, throw $100 million at it, make it this giant fanfare, and then he not be able to direct it at that point, right?
Yeah.
Which I completely agree with. Let the man, the myth, the legend himself go ahead and put this thing on screen, make it happen, and I think it could be like a horror version of Deadpool, right? Small budget movie, keep it true to the character itself from its creator.
Yeah, and if you're doing more of a horror aspect, like there's a fan movie out there. I can't remember what it's called right now, but there's a fan-made Spawn movie. It's about, I want to say 8 to 10 minutes long on YouTube that does a really good job of using CGI to convey certain things, but then it also it doesn't overly use the CGI, or it doesn't show its seams. Like I remember watching that abysmal Spawn movie years ago in the theater, and when they're in hell and they're showing all the little demons dancing around that are in pseudo Spawn suits, you could see like every fifth one was a mirror image of the fifth one, like to its left and to its right. So that immediately like broke my my suspension of disbelief. But this fan made video on the small budget that it had used enough CGI, but it also used lighting in such a way to where it could hide when the CGI couldn't be so good. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they do kind of something like that, since they're able to use it to go with a more horror aspect, kind of like let's say like Lights Out or The Grudge, those kind of horror movies where a lot of light, or hell, even the last Blair Witch movie. I mean, I don't know many people that saw that. I saw it, and I took a friend with me to see it, and I thought it was really good. Now, granted, I'm a fan of found footage movies, so
Hate those.
I it's ever since I played the first Silent Hill game, it's everything that's on the outside of your field of vision that's frightening. That's what scares me. So using shadow a lot in movies, especially like scary horror or scary superhero movies. Like I really hope now that Disney got the rights to do Ghost Rider again, since he's been appearing in the Agents of Shield, that they'll actually go back and do a good fucking Ghost Rider movie, because it can be done. But what Sony did to it made it like super campy and fucking cartoony as fuck. Like that second one was so bad.
I don't want to derail you here, but you bring up a point about like remakes and shit, right? There's this thing in Hollywood about redoing movies that have been done already, and whether they're completely different stories, whether they're attempts to be continuations, separate universes, whatever. At this point, this will be the sixth Spider-Man movie, and the third Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
If we're not talking about the
we're not
late
counting
70s,
Civil War.
Well, yeah,
but-
okay, and then we're not counting the late 70s, early 80s TV show.
No, we're talking movies, cinematic features only. You've got three Hulk movies now? No, two Hulk movies, 3 Hulks.
Mhm.
And now we're gonna have 2 Spawn movies, which this one isn't a recreation, right? It's just a new Spawn story, which is great. I'm completely okay with new stories with the same main character. Now, there are some people that are thinking that the new Mummy movie that Tom Cruise is in, that the trailer just got dropped for, is a remake, right? Because it's just called The Mummy. Because we don't already have a movie called that.
We've
right?
got like 3.
Yeah.
Like, really, if you go back in
3
time.
bad ones. The first one
No,
actually
I'm
wasn't
talking
bad.
just
I know
The
you're talking
Mummy.
like
Yeah.
you're talking like old school black and white style.
Yeah.
But there's this thing in Hollywood about recreating that stuff, and I think it can be done appropriately. I think if you do it in a way where it's not a retelling of the same old story, you're doing it right. It's not necessarily a sequel or a continuation of the prior story either. It's got to be a brand new take on the same character if you're going to be calling it that, and just kind of going back at it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to reference the previous material, because the writing understands that you already know the previous material, so it doesn't need to take as much time setting up the previous material. It's
got no bearing on it.
Like, I really hope this next Spider-Man movie doesn't do the whole "with great power comes great responsibility. I'm your Uncle Ben. I got shot." I mean, I can understand it if it's like a nightmare that he has at the beginning of the movie. I mean, we all fucking know that backstory. Like Batman versus Superman. did a better job of it because we've had plenty of Batman movies. We know the fucking story. You know, just give us the little bit
Martha.
at the beginning where you show, you know, Thomas and
Why did
Martha
you say
get
that
shot.
name?
Which
Why
get
did
off.
you say that name?
Just, I like how Lois comes sliding and that's his mom. There's no fucking way that bitch heard that shit.
I think it's
Uh,
funnier since now that I've seen Suicide Squad and he was in that same movie that this is funny.
Yeah. Well, again, Suicide Squad. That's for another conversation.
Yeah.
So we totally derailed when we were asking Patrick what he'd been playing.
He hadn't played much.
Haven't
No,
played much. No, sorry, unfortunate.
gone back to like Civ 6 and like started to have a nuclear war with Gandhi.
Yeah, I was gonna be getting on that this weekend, and it's the French. So,
So they're going to surrender to you then.
in one way or another, yes. So,
All right.
Well,
Very cool.
sweet. Well, everybody, I hope you've had a good time.
You're
I know
really
tonight's
going to just like not let me talk at all? You're gonna
Nope.
just,
Nope.
we're not going to talk about Ian's games. We're just
Nope.
because I'm the guy that. So before Ryan so rudely ends this all up, what I'd like to do, even if I don't get to talk about my games, is I'd like to take a second and we kind of hinted at it earlier that recently we did do our. Oh, you were supposed to be turned down. Don't be screaming at me, Wonder Woman. We did recently do our Extra Life stream, and we raised a fair amount of money. Shit, I think I should have looked at the final numbers before I went to this page. But I want to take just a quick second to give a shout out to everybody that made a donation. We can take this section, cut it out, and move it to another video. But I had planned on doing a video specifically about this. But we're here now. It's recording. I'm going to go ahead and do it. So I'm just going to run down real quick. I'm not going to state monetary amounts. I'm just going to state first names and just run down these really quick. What the hell is? Why are you making noise? Don't. No. Wait, is that a booty call? All right, come on up. So
Fiend's like, bye.
bye, Felicia. So let me just run down this real quick. I'll try to go as quick as possible because, again, these people deserve to be thanked for what they did. We knocked the fuck out of our goal, like beat the shit out of it. Our goal was $500 this year. Next year, it's going to be $1,000 because we almost beat that. So everybody that's watching this that could see this, I expect you to come out in full force next year, or would appreciate. Let me rephrase that. I would appreciate if you came out in full force again next year. So let me just throw this out here real quick. So we got Sean and Alicia. Thank you, guys. Adam, really appreciate that. Shantae, Lee, Mike, Rod. I've got an anonymous donation here that I really can't state who that came from. We've got one from Jason. I know that we got one from Cynthia as well. Unfortunately, it's not giving me that. We also got one from Rick and Kathy. I think those were all of the donations. And there's a very specific reason why I didn't read off the monetary amounts because I didn't want to. There wasn't that many people. We had some people that just fucking like love the particular charity that we were assisting. So they dumped quite a chunk of change in there for the kids. So again, we really appreciate you guys. Here soon, I'll definitely edit up the fucking dance video so that it's watchable without giant spots of muted bullshit. But we'll have that up so that you guys can check that out. We'll probably pull this out for another little video too. Do we have time for me to run through what I've been
Yeah,
playing?
dude.
All
Whatever
right.
you've been playing.
Trying
I
to
know
be-
you just started. What was it you just started?
Just started? Oh, the Evil
Evil Within?
Yes.
How's that going?
So that's fun. That's really
That
great.
doesn't sound fun.
I like it. It's good.
Sounds like you're going to be raging a lot.
Yes. Yes, because it's one of these things where like I ran into a situation in the second level because I think I haven't edited them up yet, so they're not public. But I recently did a stream, and I think I played through like 2 stages, and that'll be live on the YouTubes here soon. But basically, it's Resident Evil 4 so far. I mean, there are some really, really weird fucking twists, but it is basically that. It's a horror survival game, over the shoulder, shit. But there was a section near the end of the second level, chapter, whatever the fuck you want to call it, where all of a sudden, even though I was sneaking, all these fucking guys saw me and started converging on me, and I'm like, oh fucking, I'm going to kill them all. But it was like, my brain didn't immediately go, this is a horror survival game, your bullets are outnumbered, fucking run. So I probably dumped about 5 rounds before I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to sit here and fight. So I finally ran, and then triggered a cutscene where, of course, it was going to show that I was supposed to be running. So that's going to be a thing that's going to happen. I'm going to get really pissed off at it. So real quick backstory before Ryan gives me a hard time about this, is I bought the game on sale digitally for I think it was like $10, specifically to stream it. And then after I bought it, I heard that it's one of those games where you basically have to have the DLC to see the true ending of the game. I was like, well, that's fucking bullshit. All right, well, whatever. I already have the game. I'll at least play through that much. I mean, I did that with Asura's Wrath, and then after I finish it, I'll just watch it on YouTube so that I can see how the story actually ends. Well, during their Black Friday sale, they had the season pass for like $4. So I bought the season pass and ended up with, I think it's like 3 additional bits of story DLC, because there's no multiplayer in this game. It's all story DLC, because that's how you fucking do a video game sometimes. So I'm going to make a solid effort to play this fucker all the way through. Not like Dead Space, where I got to a point where it's just like, fuck this game, I'm fucking done. I don't want to fuck with it anymore. That game, that game was quite literally jump scare the game with guns. We'll just call it that. This one at least gives more the creep factor of like, there's something shambling towards me, not something running at me, even though shit runs at me too. But it gives other mechanics, like if you down an enemy, I don't want to call them zombies because they don't really seem like zombies. I mean, they seem like they're infected, so I guess technically they would be zombies, but they're also covered in barbed wire, which seems to be like a possession tool. I really don't fucking know so far. Again, only 2 levels in. And so if you headshot them, you get that nice squishy sound, and then they collapse. If you beat them up and they go down, like melee, whatever you want to call it, if you just punch them and they go down, it's a good idea to light a match and drop it on them and set them on fire, so that they're dead. My whole thought process,
Dead is good.
Yeah, it's better than best. My whole thought is if I collapse the cranium, I don't need to worry about it. So, it's an interesting game. It's got really interesting visuals. So far, it's been one of these things where it's like, oh, you're in a hospital. Oh, the fuck, you're in a meat grinding pack. Oh, you're back in the hospital. Oh, you're in a forest. It's all over the fucking place. So, hopefully, at some point, it's gonna make sense. Other than that, all right, ladies and gentlemen, prepare your ears for this, okay? This is going to happen. Put your thumb on your volume, because it's going to get to a point. Someone's going to laugh. It's going to be really loud, possibly a little annoying. So I've been playing a lot of Titanfall 2. And I don't want to say I'm really good at the game. I'm fairly good at it. I play the multiplayer enough to the point where I enjoy it. Like, I've already played through the main campaign, or the single player campaign, and I highly recommend it if you guys find it. Hell, I would say it's worth $60 to play it. I really enjoyed the campaign that much. It probably wasn't as long as it should have been, but to me, the multiplayer is worth playing. Call of Duty, I can't do it anymore. Titanfall, you get a fucking robot, man. What the fuck's not to like? So I've been one of my main things about playing multiplayer games when I play by myself is I create my own end goal, or my own end game when it comes to that kind of thing. Like when I was playing Titanfall 1, I wanted to at least regenerate or prestige like 5 times. I did it 3 times and then eventually got burned out to the point where it's like, okay, I'm fucking done. I'm not messing around with this shit anymore. And so I went through all the skins that you can unlock for your character and your Titan. And I was like, okay, as soon as I unlock this skin, this black and red skin, then I will consider myself done with Titanfall, and
Shocker, black and red.
I can stop playing it. Go fuck you. I can stop playing it. Well, I got up to the point where I unlocked like a pink skin, and was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use this pink skin on my Titan because fuck what I care what people think.
Fucking homo.
So there was a recent update to Titanfall where they added a free multiplayer map because all their multiplayer maps are free. There's no season pass. There's no season pass at all. They're going to make all the maps free. The only thing that they'll make you pay for as far as DLC is concerned is cosmetic appearances. Well, you know, with that update came the store, and I went ahead and looked at what they had available, and they had a really badass red and black skin for your Titan and your character, and I spent $3.
Go DLC.
Now, the kind of backstory real quick as to why Ryan is laughing is because we played a lot of Advanced Warfare. We played a lot of Advanced Warfare together, and one night we started playing, and Ryan shows up in this fucking steampunk outfit, and I was like, "Holy fuck! Did you get a lucky drop and get the entire thing?" He goes, "No, I fucking bought it." And I was like, "You fucking game whore! You fucking spent money on like cosmetic looks. You're so stupid."
Kids, this is what happened when life comes full circle and you find yourself hitting rock bottom, smoking that crack in the gutter. What happens is you end up buying digital content on video games. And you end up completely ruining your entire philosophy on how video games work and the people that play them.
Look.
And you just look like an idiot in front of all your friends.
Look.
I've managed to stay away
and you
from that.
You only did it for 2 fucking colors, and you could have unlocked it.
No, that particular skin I could not unlock. You had to buy to get that particular skin.
So for that particular one, it was only for sale.
Yeah, only for sale.
So I can't hate on that portion of it. I can hate on the fact that you gave me shit about it and then did it.
Yeah, well, go fuck you.
Hooker.
At least I haven't bought a season pass for a game where it's not clearly stated what you'll be getting. I.e. Batman. I mean Batman Arkham Knight. I mean, because Batman Telltale, they came straight out and said, you'll be getting 5 episodes of a Batman Telltale game. And I said,
the game is a season pass.
Yeah.
That's completely separate.
Yeah.
We've had this fight.
Numerous times.
We're not going to have it again because it's going to be another 2 hours. And I don't want to sit here and talk to you fuckers for another 2 hours.
Fair enough. So is there anything else I've been playing?
How is Batman Telltale going? Have you played that lately?
So yeah, I mean, episode 4 recently dropped. I want to say last week or the week before. I can't remember. But I recently played through that. It's the weakest of the 4 episodes. It really is. But it's a necessity for the story. You can't always have the best things happening. You then sometimes have to step back and have something that just sets up
filler.
Yeah. So
I'm waiting.
It's well, I think here in a week the 5th episode's going to drop. So
probably start it in January.
Yeah, I would say, that'd be a good time. I do like where it's going. I do like the potential. It's not as action oriented as you would think coming off of like the Arkham Knight series. But I mean, if you really think about it, I mean, when you read the Batman comics, they're not like the Arkham Knight series or the Arkham
Right.
series.
Right.
So it does kind of fit in more. So I'm excited to finish that out. Oh, that reminds me. Season 3 of Walking Dead, Telltale is about to start up, and they're going to do a Guardians of the Galaxy game too. So that's going to be interesting.
That'll be interesting.
That's really that's pretty much it. Oh, except one last thing. Hang on, let me itch my toe. And the other day I was at Best Buy. Ow, fuck. Ow, fuck.
Release.
Oh, that hurt. There's my penis, by the way. I was at Best Buy the other day, and I found the Samus amiibo. Well, this would be the second one.
Can't see her head. There you go. Up. 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 There you go.
Maybe if I like hold it so that the system is actually like there. Okay. Now I bought one of these first edition, and it's still in the package along with the Zero Suit. But I found one of these recently, and I obviously have a Wii U, and I have Smash Brothers. This little bitch already beats the shit out of me in Smash Brothers because I'm not very good at fighting games. See our videos on Killer Instinct. But I thought that was I thought that was really cool. I found one. I'm excited.
You sound so excited.
But that's I mean
Oh,
that's pretty much it for me.
man.
Been reading a lot of comic books.
Yeah?
But yeah,
Nice.
Ghost Rider started up again, so I'm excited about that. It's the
Awesome.
Robbie Reyes storyline, which is the same Ghost Rider that's currently appearing in the Agents of Shield. So it's not Johnny Blaze, which everybody expects is the Ghost Rider on the motorcycle. This is more of a mechanical looking Ghost Rider that drives a car.
Interesting concept. Oh man. Well, 2016's been fun. It's been an interesting year. Lots of things have gone down. Lots of arguments. 2017 looks like it'll be about the same, with the fact that Ian and I might actually kill each other next year.
Possibly.
This is a high possibility. Got
We'll
some new,
film it.
some. Yep. Oh, definitely. I swear I'm gonna unload the gun this time.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm a dodge it. I'm a ninja.
So, yeah. But you know what? We got some system upgrades coming. I believe the Scorpio should be releasing at some point next year.
Yes, holiday
and
next
then
year is what they're currently
as-
saying.
Well as the Neo, if I remember correctly.
No, that's out.
No, the
Yeah.
PS4 Pro is out.
That is the Neo.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Is it really?
Yes.
Patrick?
I
Really,
don't.
Patrick?
So I think what you're
I don't
thinking
think
about
it's
is
it.
earlier at the beginning of the year or like middle of the year, they announced the Slim and then released that. And at the same time that they announced the Slim,
I thought that
the
that the
Neo
Slim was supposed to be the Pro, right? I thought the Slim and the Pro were essentially the same.
Nope.
And they were supposed to compete with the newer Xbox.
Nope.
The
So
PS4 Pro was the Neo.
Okay. I was wrong. Wow.
No.
Ian was right. First time for everything.
Oh no, fuck you.
Gotta end it on a zinger. So for those who have stuck around the whole time, I hope it wasn't too long. We'll figure out how long it was at the end.
Chunk that we gotta edit out where
Yeah.
I threw up on the carpet, needed a couple of minutes to clean it up. I don't want you guys to see that. That's gross. That's why I'm drinking water now. So I mean, if you pay
Same.
attention to when I changed over,
Alcoholics in their own personal habitat. It's
habitat.
shut up. How often do I drink?
That's why I have a tiled floor.
See? Patrick's prepared. He is
Yeah.
prepared for these things. I'm in a garage. I don't have to clean anything up.
I don't have a floor. I just power wash this fucking concrete, and I'm good to go.
That's how it works.
Hey. So all the links that we have for all our fun social media things will be in the description. We do have the live public Facebook page. That'll be fun. We're going to try and make that as interesting as possible with random memes throughout the day, some videos, snippets and previews of things that we're streaming and playing as they happen. We will at random stream live on the Facebook. It might be a podcast, might be a video game, could be video game and a podcast at the same time. Who the fuck knows? Because we
can figure out
fancy
how
now.
the fuck to do that shit, we gonna get that shit rolling.
We are fancy, I tell you what. And you know that's pretty much it. We'll make sure to get this up on SoundCloud for you lovely viewers on SoundCloud. That we definitely enjoy your support. I know we've kind of been neglecting you guys. Shut up! God damn it! Hate you. God.
Oh wait, real quick. Did I show you guys? I don't know if I showed you guys. I know I put it on Instagram, Fiend75002. But my son made a little YouTube play button for us.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
And that freaking adorable. That's so cool. What's funny is he showed it to me and then immediately dropped it on the ground. It was like, because it's just Quixels. I mean, there's like this weird like glue that's already on the plastic, and then you spray it with water, and then it adheses to each other. And he's like, I thought I broke it. I was like, nope, it's still fine. And he's like, okay, don't drop it, Dad. I was like, okay, cool, whatever.
No, that's really cool. So, thank you everybody for tuning in. January, we will pick back up with episode fucking 20. Oh damn, fucking 20.
A palindrome.
We have no idea what we're gonna fucking do. We never do. We usually figure this shit out like 30 minutes before we do it.
Yep.
Because that's just how we roll.
On the fly.
Fuck planning shit. Because why? We're kidding. We actually only plan our debates. So.
I don't even plan my dinner.
I do, but meh.
I ate a bag of chips.
Right? So I had some cheesecake.
Nice.
You fuck. All right, I'm done talking to you. I need to go shower.
I'm gonna have some apple pie.
Fuck you both. God damn. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit.
Thanks everybody. It's been fun. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Peace.